Hi, Priscilla Daphney here, animal communicator and distance pet Reiki practitioner. So along the way, I've come across some pretty amusing questions and answers when communicating with animals. And I thought I'd share some of those with you today. So one question that I've asked is, why do you bark at the vacuum cleaner? And one of the cute responses that I received was, well, have you seen the size of that thing? It makes a large, strange sound that hurts my ears. It's like a monster invading our territory. So I have to protect us from being sucked up like all that garbage that's on the floor. I've asked, what's with the obsession with chasing your tail? Obviously, this happens, I think, more frequently with dogs, but can happen with cats. But the response that I received was from a dog, and they tell me about how much fun it was, and that it's like a make-believe creature, and it keeps them busy while they're because their other toys start to get to bore them, or they've chewed up their toys, or they've lost their other toys. When they're starting to chase their tail around, this is usually a good indicator that it's time to bring home a new toy for them to destroy. So, but they do get a lot of exercise out of it. And one thing I will say, though, that this generally does not relate to bulldogs. Let's see. Another question is, why do you always steal socks? I don't know if you've had a pet that steals socks. Typically, this does happen with dogs, but I will say that we actually have a cat in our home, and she steals not only socks, but I have slippers downstairs, and she'll steal a slipper and bring it upstairs and hide it under the bed. And I've found her stash, and I found lots of single slippers and socks under the bed. But one of the responses that I received was from a dog, and that told me that it's sock relocation, that it's fun to leave the socks somewhere only to be surprised to find them later because they forget that they've left them there. It's kind of like when you shop for Amazon, and if you don't get, next day delivery, and then you start receiving packages and you've forgotten what you've ordered, or what you've purchased, it's kind of like that. Another answer that I received that was cute was that because socks smell like us, and when we're not around, they like to keep it there for comfort. And apparently this is much better than there are smelly old blankets. So I've been told they'd rather smell our smelly old socks. Let's see, what's your favorite thing about being a dog? And of course, that's pretty simple: belly rubs and food. Another question that I've asked is, why do you tilt your head when I talk to you? Are you trying to understand my human language, or just showing off your cute side? And the answer to that is that it is a special language for them. Tilting their head means that they are trying to focus on every word that we say, even if they don't understand it completely. I personally believe that it's a manipulation tactic. I have bulldogs, and they, I believe, are master manipulators. But that's because we bulldog parents allow it. So that's really my fault. But I'm not sure who really has the upper hand. Let's see, what's another question? Do you really dream of chasing squirrels and catching them, or do you dream of something more sophisticated, like solving a mystery? Squirrels are the ultimate game of chase, I've been told. And let's see, they've told me that and one dog in particular that was talking about the vacuum cleaner has said that they dream of saving us from the evil vacuum cleaner. Why do you insist on licking everything? And again, this is mostly dogs, but there are other animals that do that. But licking is a way of exploring the world and also showing affection. Tastes are very interesting, and even the taste or texture of a couch or rug, for instance. So aside from any real issues, if your dog is licking their pause ferociously. It could be nervousness, anxiety, allergies, or a number of things. In which case, the best thing to do is reach out to your veterinarian for answers on that. I've asked, when you stare at me while I eat, are you silently judging me by my meal choices? Or are you just hoping for a tasty handout? And why do you look offended when I don't share? So dogs are not generally judging. They're just hoping for a little tasty treat of deliciousness. And of course, they are waiting for the food to fall or drip out of your hands. They're right there to clean it up. And, just think, you never have to use the vacuum cleaner to pick up those tasty little morsels off the ground. Let's see. Why do you always pretend not to hear me when it's time for a bath? Is it selective hearing, or are you really committed to your role as a dirty dog? Bath time is usually a big, huge no, especially for dogs, and also for my bearded dragon. He does not like taking baths. But they literally pretend not to hear us because they really don't want to take a bath. So, but they do hear us. And let's see, why do you ignore me on just in general? I think, animals, and this I think happens a lot with cats. But it happens with all types of other animals. It happens with horses, it happens with birds. They really truly do ignore us. And but a funny story I've been told is that one dog was staring at the neighbor's cat, and he wasn't ignoring anybody, but he was it was just a very important mission to protect the territory from this feline invasion from the neighbor's cat, because they come over and they pee on the bushes, and then the dog has to pee on the bushes to, remove the scent of the cat. It's a vicious cycle. And so when dogs are intent on, a staring contest with, some other creature or something else, then they are not, I don't even think that they're ignoring, they're just completely oblivious because they're so focused. But if you're curious about what your animal companions are doing or saying or thinking, you have some questions and you're eager to have answered, feel free to drop a comment below. I would love to share their responses in my upcoming YouTube videos. Don't miss out on more fascinating insights about the incredible animals in our world by liking and subscribing to my channel. And remember to hit the notification bell so that you can stay updated. And until next time, don't forget to listen to your pets chatter. I'm here to translate their tales.